Record. Hi guys, how are you? Danielle Melanson here. I am super excited to be talking to Rebecca Buck. She is one of the rock stars in our downline of Inspire Tribe here, an independent teen Beachbody coach. And Rebecca, like Tracy, you're going to hear from Tracy as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put the link from Tracy's interview in the descriptions, as well as our free info group where you can pop in there. We call it a Snoop group. So it's just, you get to try the free workout in there. You get all the information about this amazing new product called 30-Day Breakaway. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Rebecca first, is that she took off with her business. Both her and Tracy earned what we call success starters. And we have some other girls on our team who are in the test group for the next product, the next program coming out in January. These ladies had the earned the spot in the corporate test group for success starters. And before, I haven't even tried other than the sample, Rebecca got to try the 30-Day Breakaway Program with the trainer, Idalis, and she seems absolutely so sweet, Rebecca.
She is.
Yeah. And Rebecca is going to talk to us a little bit about her experience in the test group and tell us a little bit about her experience firsthand with the program and with the trainer if it's the first time you've worked out with Idalis. So thank you for your time and your talent, Rebecca, so much. So tell us really, really quick, just your first couple of takeaways when you found out you were going to be in the test group, you know, if you were a runner before, if you've never run before, and your approach on it.
Okay, so I was actually really upset about getting into this test group because I run not like insanely, but I run quite often. So I was really upset. I was like, a running group, why? I already run. So I was kind of upset about it. And because I really wanted to be in the next test group because it's amazing, but I was really upset about it. But then once we got into it, the things that we did in the program, I was like, okay, this is take my running to the next level. So my big take on this is, even if you're a runner, this program is for you. If you aren't a runner, this program is also for you, because not only is it pushing you if you already are a runner, it's teaching you how to run if you aren't a runner. So with all the wise words and things she has set up within the program, she definitely sets you up for success. And the point of it is to run your first 5K. So if you've never run it before, by the time you're done this group, you 100%, even if it takes you 3 hours, you are running this 5K. So it's happening. And if you are an ultra runner, you do long runs, half marathons, full marathons, you're going to crush your PRs. So it's pretty much for everyone.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And personally, when I first started on my weight loss journey way back when, well, I started by walking 10 minutes a day. I was 250 pounds, but I fell in love with running. And I just did a post about this today. I thought I would watch people who would run and I'd be like, they must hate themselves. Like, do they have a grudge against themselves? And I am that person at 43 who still goes to see their osteopath all the time. So no, I can't run half marathons like I used to, but the feeling emotionally and physically of running becomes really addictive in the best way. So I love that. And I love that you were a runner, and we're going to hear from you, because I didn't realize this until now, that it's just so amazing, because Tracy had the same feelings about the test group, but hers were because she was no way going to run, not a runner, and was not excited. So this is so great. So make sure to watch both of these guys, Rebecca and Tracy. So my question to Rebecca before we started recording here was, tell us a little bit about the calendars. Tell us a little bit about your transition times, maybe some tips and tricks, like having everything ready to make those transitions, you know, from your weightlifting to your running. You know, did you run on a treadmill? Did you run outside? Did you do a combination? What did you find worked best for you?
So I do not own a treadmill, and I also work with vulnerable people, and I'm also a teacher. So 2 completely different jobs, but both jobs that I cannot bring COVID to. So I also decided that I was not going to the gym to use a treadmill. So I put my gym membership on hold. So I decided to run outside, which was wonderful that this was in the summer because it was warm enough to run. So my biggest thing that I was telling Danielle was that it does take a lot of time, this program. We have a lot of programs that are short and sweet, but this one definitely takes a lot of time, but what you're gonna get out of it is amazing results. So if you do have the time, do this program, but also if you don't have the time, also do this program because there's a catch with it. So the way the calendar is set up is you do a lift and then you do a run. But they specifically made them different videos so that if you don't have time to do them both at the same time, you can split them up. So if you only have time for the lift in the morning, do that, and then you can do the run at the end of the day, or vice versa, whichever one you prefer, because some people like to run first. So I was not working as much. Well, I was, but in like bigger blocks of time. So I had lots of time to do this program. So I was doing them both at the same time. So my problem was that it was taking me a good hour to do it because I would do the lift and then I don't work out in shoes. So I was doing the lift and then I would put on my shoes and then I would do my warm up run to the track and then run around the track doing the audio video. And if you do your sample workout, you'll have a little sneak peek as to what the audio videos look like, and they're all different. So I promise you'll never get bored when you're doing a run. What else do you want to know?
Oh, that was great. I love that part. Like that they were all different. I didn't even think to ask you that. I mean, I know from the sample, I watched it after my lift. First of all, the lift was really awesome. As a person who loves to lift, and you know what, when I first started, a lot of my injuries came from when I first started with my weight loss and my running, because I was just so stubborn and thinking, I'm not lifting weights, I'm just going to run. I'm a runner, and that's how I'm going to get my best time, get my best results, all the things. And I never understood, even though I read all the books, the importance of cross training. And what I loved in the sample is how Idalis not just lifted weights in a really fun and creative way that had my heart rate pumping, but she really made sure that weightlifting was for your knees and your hips and strengthening your back and your glutes and your upper body and your core and all the things that are so important to runners in a really creative way. So I love that. And I loved seeing her run, because then I just went out with my girlfriend and ran, because we do that 3 times a week, or jog. I jog now. But I loved seeing all the beautiful landscapes, you know? So I love knowing that hearing it and seeing it is something different every day. I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people, Rebecca, so that they don't feel like it's repetitive.
Yeah. And then the other thing too with the workouts is the one thing that I found, and one of my feedback things from the group, was that she really kind of flies through the moves in the workout. And at first I was kind of like, why is she moving so fast? Like, what if you aren't really, you're new to working out, just say. So I was like, why is she talking so fast? And why is she just going bam, 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 bam? But then I realized if she talked slower and spread everything out, the workout would be 40 minutes long, and then the program would be even longer. So once I kind of grasped that idea, I was like, okay, this is why. So you get the hang of it, but it's easier once you're just like, you have to like pay attention to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing. You might take 1 or 2 reps to like be like, okay, this is exactly how I do it. But once you get the hang of it, it's so much easier.
So did you find that a lot, like as you progress through the workouts, that she did use variations of a lot of similar moves so that you felt more familiar with a lot of the weightlifting moves and they didn't feel so foreign as you got more comfortable?
Yes and no. Like, so it almost seemed like every week she did some of the same moves, but then also new moves. And like, she mixed it up quite a lot, which I loved, because with some programs get bored because it's the same thing every single week. But this one, I never got bored. I just did the workout and I was like, okay, Dallas, like, what was that? But And then on top of it too, is she added into the program rainy day cardio. So for some locations like yourself on the East Coast, it rains a lot. So if you can't get outside and do your run, or you don't have a treadmill, then you can do the rainy day cardio and still get that cardio piece to the program without having to go outside, which is amazing.
Love that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of rain as we're anticipating. I was just saying, anticipating a hurricane here next week. So rainy day cardio is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Rebecca, tell me as a runner, like, so if like, cause I know we have lots of avid runners in this group, who may be thinking, wait a second, 5K, I accomplished that early into my running career. I've been running 10s, half marathons. How is this going to help me? Can you share how it helped your running and what you found running that 5K once you completed that 30-day breakaway?
So she really talks about this a lot in the program. And the thing is like, she encourages you to run farther. So like, me being a runner, she would encourage you to do the run, but also run your warm up and run your cool down and extend your run to how long you would normally run. But you get that high impact, high intensity run that she's created right in the middle of it. And then I was telling you earlier about how they have an advanced calendar. So with the advanced calendar, they're running every single day. I'm pretty sure it's at least most of the days, whereas the intermediate and time crunch calendar, which is the other two calendars, you're not running every day. So for those people who are avid runners, you're running every single day. And with the types of runs that she hits you with, you are actually really sore and you're hitting your peaks and your lows really, really quickly. So it's not just like you're running the same pace for 24 kilometers and that's it. It's like, no, you're doing ladders, you're doing slow runs, you're doing intense runs, you're going up, you're going down. So like there, even if you're a pure runner and run marathons, this should still challenge you.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And the other thing, we were on a team call with her the other night on Monday. And what I really, really loved is how she said, people can use a treadmill, people can use a bike. She also said people can do this, the intervals with biking, with ellipticals, if they have an elliptical at home or at their gym, and they can walk or jog or run. So I love how she just wants people to move how their body is naturally designed to move and strengthen it the way it's naturally designed to strengthen. So I think this is very unique and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah. And so when in the runs too, so she has like a scale of 1 to 10, I believe she calls it cadence, but she basically, while you're running, she'll tell you, okay, like this ladder, you're running at this level. So regardless of your level of running, the level you're hitting is going to be your level. So if she was like, okay, this part of the run, you're running from a 5 to like a 5-6 type of speed, everyone's 5 to 6 is going to be different. So it's not like she's expecting every single person's 5 to 6 to be the same. So when you get hit that 9 and 10, that is like an outright sprint, but everybody's sprint is going to be different, right? So it doesn't matter what type of runner you are, you're getting the most out of it because you're running at your speeds, not her speeds, you're running at your speeds. So that's the most important part. So you can, the other thing too is so she'll tell you to like, you can take it down to a walk, like between ladders, just say. But if you are a more advanced runner, she'll be like, jog it out instead of walking. But which is perfect because if you can't jog, just say, and you walk, could be a goal for you to be able to jog the break. So it's just like little baby steps that you can work up to. And it's amazing, honestly. I
love that. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I love that as coaches or anybody who's new to coaching or wanting to join coaching, even for the discount, get to start it on October the 5th, which is great, early access. And then it's open for early access for everybody else on the 16th so that we don't have to wait until next spring to do it when it comes on to BOD, which is awesome, Rebecca. So any last thoughts before we let you go?
Are you gonna do the program?
I'm doing the advanced.
Ooh, that's exciting.
I am. Whether because I really like to get outside. It's a big part of what I'm doing for my mental and spiritual health, to be in nature more. Even though, so I've got all the equipment ready, from outdoor gear to shoe gear for all the weather, because I will be doing it in October. Whether I walk it, jog it, I'll see what happens, but I'm going to get out there and do it. And my plan is to start with the advanced one to see how I can do, because I can always scale back. My whole thing is go for it. And if it's not for you, you can always take option B, right? Which is great.
Oh, the other thing I do want to mention though is when you do the runs, download them to your phone, because otherwise you will use a boatload of data. And a lot of people ran into that problem. So definitely download the videos before you go outside. Otherwise, your bill might be a little bit pricey.
Oh yeah. And I can't believe they didn't even know that. Cause even if I go, like I'm going on a vacation soon to Newfoundland, and even though I'm going to be in an Airbnb, I don't trust anybody's Wi-Fi. So
Yeah.
sometimes like we're having weather next week, I will still in my house download onto my phone or my tablet my workouts, because then you don't have to worry about whether the Wi-Fi is working that day.
Exactly.
That's a really great tip.
Yeah.
Good one. I love it. Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing this, especially, I mean, this is firsthand information. You've done the program. And do you plan to do it again when it launches next month and you have access to the whole thing?
I am personally not in October. I cannot run in the cold. It
You're a fair weather runner.
absolutely kills my lungs. And I also get something every fall called the 90-day cough. So I'm not, but I already have people lined up to do it with me in the spring once it warms up again. But I will say that if October is okay, it could be snowing. We never know. It's freezing here right now. I'm going to try to at least do some of the runs and mix in a couple here and there.
Perfect. We'll get you in those rainy day cardio days, right?
Absolutely.
Love it. Thank you so much. Cheers, girl. Appreciate your time.
Bye.